Okay, today we are talking metal roofing, pros and cons, and the styles that we do or don't install. The cons are going to be that they're typically expensive. There's no way around that. Anyone telling you different is not being very truthful with you. They're going to be about 3 times more than a traditional asphalt roof that's just a standard dimensional shingle. They just cost more. There's no way around it as far as the materials costing more and the labor it takes to install them. It takes longer. So a typical roof, like an asphalt roof, we may do in a day or two. Metal roof may take a week or two, unfortunately, just the way it is. There's a lot of attention to detail, and that just is what it's required. Some of the pros, they're very durable. They last forever. They're green. You're not replacing the roof every 20 or 30 years, so it's good for the environment as far as not filling up landfills. They're aesthetically beautiful, right? They're drive by them and it's like, wow, they pop. So all of those reasons are a good reason to put on a metal roof. It's just they're going to cost more, and it's just what it is. So out of all of the styles, there's only one that I don't like or won't put on. That is the metal shingle style. They look more like a shingle, right? And they're installed in a horizontal pattern, not a vertical pattern like a standing seam metal roof. So they clip into each other. I'm not a big fan of its repairability or how you maintain the system as far as walking on them. When I drive down the street and see one, I cringe a little bit when I see them. But like anything else, to be fair, there's a wide range of quality in that field. So I'm just not a big fan, and we don't install them. I wouldn't put it on my roof. The other types, we've got an exposed fastener system. Those are fine for, let's say you have a cabin or a shed or garage. Even houses are fine. The downside is they're not usually as thick a gauge, and they do have the exposed fastener, the screw or nail head. Those have washers in there. Those will break down over a period of time, usually 20 years. As far as aesthetically looking too, it's not as nice as looking as one of these other systems, but it's more economical. So nothing wrong with the exposed fastener system. It's like anything else, so you get what you pay for. The third kind here, I would classify all under the standing seam section. In the standing seam section, you're going to have Snaplock and mechanically seamed. There's 2 major types of Snaplock. One is a style that's got a nail flange on it. So here's a Snaplock panel. The nail flange style is going to have a perforated nail flange here. You're going to nail the panel to the decking through these perforated holes. The problem with this is sometimes it can be prone to wind damage if the nail head or screw head would pull through this fin. It doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. The other thing I would say about the Snaplock systems, you got to be real careful about not having too low of pitch. Water will go through that system. So I think it's like a 312 or 412 that they don't want to go under that pitch with a Snaplock system. The third thing I don't care for Snaplock or a mechanically seamed is when you're standing on the ground looking up, you will see this exposed area where the panel 2 snapped into panel 1. The end of that, they leave a void in that system. Some guys make a little dog ear and close that or put caulk. Either way, I'm not a big fan of it. The steeper the roof is, the less likely you'll be to notice that, where the less pitch is when you walk up to the system, that I catch that right away and I don't care for it. So be careful with the Snaplock. Nice system, but there are a few drawbacks. We prefer the mechanically seamed. I just bought a roof panel machine that this is a profile it produces. We like it for a variety of reasons. When it's mechanically seamed, it's not going to come apart. So on a Snaplock system, that could come apart potentially. It's pretty bulletproof, but these types of systems, they will not come apart. These 2 systems also have a hidden fastener. So what you would do is you would put a clip that would go on the decking like this, okay? Then this clip goes between the panels, and then when it's mechanically seamed down, this is part of that raised seam here. So this would be part 1. This tag would come up, creating this profile. Then step 2, that seam would come down, creating this is the ultimate end product. So when you look up at your roof with that profile, you're not going to see a void like that. They're real popular. You see them on quick trips and banks. It is the best system in my opinion, but it's also the most labor intensive. So like I said, Like anything else, you get what you pay for. We're big fans of this mechanically seam system. I bought a machine to produce the panel. I did it for two reasons. One, we can control our production ready. So if we're making it ourselves, we're not relying on someone else delivering it. That was causing some problems, and I decided to pull the trigger on this machine. The second big reason is I'm saving money. So rather than have someone else produce the panels, we're buying the raw materials cheaper and we're producing them ourselves. So we're saving a pretty good chunk by doing that, which we can pass on to the consumer, and we're able to control our production better. So that's a big plus too. One last thing I'll say about metal roofs. If you're thinking about asphalt versus metal, there's pros and cons. One of the big things that I'm seeing lately is a combination. So you may have the main body of the house in an asphalt shingle, and then you may do a dormer or porch or eyebrow in a metal roof. It really pops. You're having the best of both worlds, and it's something to consider, and it's something that we are getting more and more into and really enjoy installing those types of roofs. Thanks.